Hey there, N words. Oh, no, 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 not that one. Not that one. I'm talking about nifty. That's right, you guys are nifty. I have a trick for you. That's right, you at home. I want you to think of whatever you want the most in this world. Think of it and channel it into my hand. Oh, it seems like you also want my uncle's penis. I'm fully aware that if you follow me on Instagram and or TikTok, you've already seen that joke. But yes, I'm running out of material. Here's a fun trick for you guys with an ordinary deck of playing cards. You have an ordinary deck, and all I want you to do, sir, is I want you to think of an hour that means a lot to you. So you're going to think of any hour that means anything to you. Let's say for some reason you happen to have a propensity for 5 o'clock. Maybe you were touched at 5 o'clock. Maybe that's the first time that you decided to lose your virginity. Maybe that's the time that somebody else decided to lose your virginity for you. Well, here's what you do. Sir, I want you to deal one card for every hour that you're thinking of. I'm going to look away and I want you to remember the card that happens to coincide at your hour. So they're going to deal 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cards onto the table, and they're going to remember the ace of spades, which happens to be the card that lands on their hour. You're then going to instruct them to place the deck on top and to give the deck a cut. This is all taking place on a table, but in my exuberance, I decided to do it standing up. Whoa, great production value on this show, boy. Well, now you're just going to hover your hand over the deck and you say, yes. Oh yes, I'm getting an impression. Because you've managed to choose that card with an hour that means a lot to you, it's a really vibrant thought. So let me go and pick up the card that you're thinking of, sir, right here. For the first time, I want you to tell everybody the card that you're thinking of. And they're going to say, ace of spades. And you go, that's what I thought. As a matter of fact, sir, I feel like you have a strong connection towards 5 o'clock. And of course, at that point, they might as well suck your. So this is a classic variation of the clock trick. Sorry, Freudian slip there. Maybe it's what I'm thinking of. This is the classic clock trick, and I've always hated it because you had to deal the cards out in a clock formation, and I'm not a fan of that. I like to do this as a normal situation where you're having a spectator deal the cards into a pile on a table, and you could still do it. And here's the setup. If you don't know what a setup is, maybe I suggest you to check out the PigCake Magic Academy, where $5 a month gets you 2 videos every single week going over card and corn stuff. Over 800 videos already, including the piggybacker tutorials, which are 2 additional tutorials that I don't post anywhere else, which brings your grand total of videos a week to 4 videos a week. Oh my goodness, what a bargain. Check it out. Here's a setup. You need a joker on the top and you need a joker on the bottom. That's it. That's the only setup that you need because you're going to use these jokers as key cards. So you're going to use the positioning of both these jokers to determine not only the playing card that they pick, but also the chosen hour. So here you're going to give the deck whatever false cut you want. If you really want to show off your virginity, you're going to do one of these bad boys. One of these bad boys. And all the ladies are going to know that, wow, man, that guy really needs to desperately get laid. And of course, you keep the cards on top and on bottom. All you're going to do here is tell the spectator, sir, I want you to think of an hour that means a lot to you. Don't worry about minutes, but just think about an hour, whether that's 3 o'clock, for example, because that's when I first got my colonoscopy without the doctor. And you could tell them something as to how they should think of a certain hour. But it doesn't matter. They could think of any number or any hour because you're going to be able to count that between the jokers. That's the secret. So here, all you're going to do is you're going to say, for every hour, I want you to deal a card onto the table. And I want you to memorize the card that happens to fall on that hour. So all they're going to do is deal the cards out, one for every hour. Let's say they happen to think of 5. You're going to have them look at the card that happens to fall on their hour, of which I'm going to leave face up just for the sake of explanation. Let's say that it happens to be the 8 of spades. We're going to tell them to take the rest of the cards in their hands and drop it on top of that pile. And then to give the cards a cut. Now, of course, you're going to tell them, oh, just give it a cut on the table, and they're going to do that on the table. Now, if you want, you could give them multiple cuts. It doesn't really matter because if you see the jokers on top and on bottom of the deck, well, you know that all you need to do is give the deck a cut, and you're going to be able to come up with the actual hour that they chose and the actual card they chose. So here is what you're going to see when you spread the cards. You're going to spread through, and you're going to see 2 cards. You're going to see the joker, and you're going to see the other joker. So right now you're spreading until you see those jokers. Now, when you see this first joker, you're going to start counting it. So that's going to be 1. You're going to count the card next to it. That's 2. You're going to count that one 3. Then you're going to count this one 4. And then you're going to count this one 5. When you see the next joker, you need to stop counting. And this is going to be the card. So whatever card is going to be towards the right of the second joker is going to be their card. And because you've counted how many cards, including the joker, you know their actual selected hour. So not only are you getting the information for their card, you're also getting the information for the actual hour that they're thinking of. So one more time for the people from the eastern region of France that I know need a little bit more specific tutelage when it comes to tricks like this, even though they're simple. You're just going to spread through until you see the first joker. When you see the first joker, you're going to count that one and you're going to start counting. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, look, I've come across the last joker. That tells me that I need to stop counting. You don't count the last joker, but you count all the cards between it, including the first joker, and you know that this card right here is going to be the card that they picked. So you're going to outjog that card towards yourself. Remember, it looks like this, and you're going to go, oh, man, I'm getting a massive impression over this card, sir. Of course, they're going to name their card. You're going to turn it over, and then you're going to say, I really feel strongly about 5 o'clock for you, sir. Really feel strongly about that particular hour. And at that point, they're going to be bursting for you. They're going to be exploding because of the amazing trick that you just did with a simple setup. And you were able to ascertain their selected card and their thought of hour with one peek. What a wondrous trick. What an amazing trick. And I suggest you do it and perform it because it's very strong, even though it's a simple one. Look at this virginity. Look at that virginity. Oh boy. Talk about a Tinder profile picture of somebody who's a future recipient of the most attractive person on the registry, right? Look at that. I want to end myself. So that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching this. This might be the last video of this year. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what we're going to take this wondrous year of 2020. But you should definitely start it with a good card trick tutorial because nothing says personality and fun like an excellent card trick. I'm going to go figure out different ways to use a router to route my mother.